talk about school nursing today. A lot of people think that school nursing is a soft nurse job, but I want to give you like the real deal of school nursing. Because to be honest, it's not really a soft nurse job, but it can be. It's different. So stick around. I'm gonna give you the highs, the lows, in betweens about all things school nursing. So let's get into it. So let's talk about a typical day in the life of a school nurse. Okay, so usually they want you to get to your campus, depending on what campus it is. For me, I was doing middle school, so I had to get there around 8:15 ish. They're really flexible with the time. As long as you get there before the kids start coming into the class, into the school, then you're fine. So I usually get there around like 8:15, walking around 8:20, 8:25, and then I would like turn on all the lights in my clinic. Make sure everything is still like set up the way I had left it, because sometimes people come to your clinics. Just remember that. And then I'll log into my computer, get my paperwork out, and then the kids start coming in, right? So throughout the day, kids usually come into my office. Sometimes they like just want to talk. Sometimes they're actually sick. Usually I start off with just taking vitals, and it's not a full set of vitals like how we do in the hospital. It's more so like temperature. Let me see what's going on with you, okay? I don't think I've ever taken a blood pressure. I was only the school nurse for like a month and a half. I don't think I've ever taken a blood pressure on somebody. But yeah, so I had kids that had medications, so I gave medications out in the mornings, and then throughout that time as well, I saw like students who had like a nosebleed, who's vomiting or something like that. But also too, I had a walkie-talkie, because sometimes the kids that are vomiting or like really in distress, you have to go to that classroom. So if you're a school nurse, make sure you know your way around the school, because my school is like a 2-story and I didn't get a tour. And when I tell you they was calling me, telling me to come to this school, to this class and stuff, I just didn't know where I was going, so it took a while. So that is like the typical day of a school nurse. However, in between, you have to understand that you have medications in your office that you need to make sure that are up to date. So I came on in the middle of a school year, and the nurse before me, there was medications that were expired, student medications that weren't even at the school anymore. So those are the type of paperwork that school nursing has to deal with. And then most of the time too, y'all, you have to communicate with other people. So you have to communicate with the family. Half the time they don't even answer the phone, or they got your number blocked. And then you also have to communicate with administrators. So if there's a fight and you like examine the student, make an assessment, and then you send them off to administration. Let's see. You just make sure that everything has to be safe and that you're doing a well assessment. Yes, you have to document just like you do in a hospital, except documentation is more so of narration rather than just click, 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 done. But yeah, you have to have a lot of sympathy and educate students on how to take care of themselves. I had a lot of students, this middle school, I had a lot of students come in for pads, or like their pants, blood came through their pants. So like we had to call parents and stuff, which is kind of hard because a lot of parents, like I said, they don't answer the phone. But on the real side of things, y'all, we had to do like shot records throughout the day. And then like there's constant emails from your bosses telling you like, hey, we need this done, we need that done, like tomorrow. So it's just, you got administrator in one ear, and then you have your school people in your ear saying, I need these records, I need this, I need that. Like, it's a lot going on sometimes, especially when your clinic is a high acuity clinic, if that makes any sense. So just keep that in mind. So of course, every day brings up its challenges and emergencies. You have to act pretty fast as a school nurse because they rely on you for everyone's health. Even administration, like teachers and stuff, they come to you when they're sick. So you have to really be keen on your health information as far as generalized health, because usually if there's an emergency, you are the one in charge. You're telling other people what to do and how to take care of the student before the ambulance or whoever comes. So you have to be quick on your feet. But y'all, I think the main downfall of school nursing is just keeping the records and communicating with parents. It's really hard to do that, and it gets really frustrating because your bosses are telling you to do this and you need to hurry up and do this, but your parents are not cooperating. But in that case too, it's also important to document. And that brings me to another situation, y'all. So when documenting as a school nurse, it can be very easy to just document like student came in for nosebleed was cured, student back to class in stable condition. Like, it's easy to put that, but they want you to write a whole paragraph, y'all. Like, pretty much our assessments can be like this much, but they want you to be like in depth, which is understandable because I have seen some school nurses in my literally month and a half or whatever of being a school nurse say that they had went to court. Yeah. So you can still get sued as a school nurse, just letting you know. They didn't get sued, but like there was an emergent situation. I can't go into detail about it, but y'all, yeah, just keep watching. It gets better. I'm just giving you all the bad stuff before I give you the goods. All right, so the rewards of being a school nurse, y'all. Okay, so of course you get the weekends off automatically. You get holidays off. Sometimes if it snows, you get even more time off, which is cool. But, yeah. Those are like the main rewards that most people already know about, but there's more. As a school nurse, you have some days where you're not even on campus because you're in a meeting with other school nurses in your district. I love those days, but I also hate those days because it goes on for a long time because people keep talking. unnecessarily. I don't stop. Just let us do this PowerPoint and let us get over with it, okay? But then also too, if you love kids, I love connecting with my kids. They're growing, they're very hormonal, so it's nice for me to help them find themselves and like build up their character, build up the person that they am, and seeing them grow. I think that was really beautiful for me. Let's see. And then too, like, I'm a school nurse, but also too, I love educating people, which is why I do these videos. So there's times when students will come in and be like, hey, I can't focus in class. Can you help me with this? Yada, yada, yada. And I will let them stay in the office with me and we'll literally work on your homework. Because, like, mind y'all, school nursing, yeah, we have all those documents to take care of, all the parents to hit up, but, like, you still have a lot of free time. I did a lot of schoolwork in between my time with, like, seeing different students. So I had time to help students out, too. So it's very rewarding. Let's see. You have a positive role model for students, like I said. You educate them on their health. You get their day started with a smile on your face. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Because the pay is not a reward. But we're going to get into that in a second. So let's talk about the pay of school nursing, y'all. Okay, so school nursing, it is different. So I was a travel nurse before I became a school nurse. Mind you, travel nurses make about 6 figures. School nursing is very on the low end of things, especially if you're in the public school areas. And y'all, it was definitely a wake-up call. I'm thinking this is a soft nurse job, so I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be good, No, I hated it, y'all. My paychecks, just to give you reference. And I live on my own. I don't have any family in my area, so I pay all my bills. Like, I have no one to rely on for help. So my my paychecks, y'all, we get paid twice a month. Some schools get paid once a month. So if you're not good with budgeting, don't be a school nurse. So we got paid twice a month, and I got paid $1,800 after taxes. Exactly, y'all. So it was definitely a wake-up call. It was enough to pay my bills, but after that, I can't go outside. I can't have no fun. So if you want to be a school nurse, just keep that in mind. If you are married, it can probably work for you because your kids could go to your school. They can go into that district or something like that. You have to just check with the rules. But they were telling me that if I had a kid, they can be at the same school that I'm working at, which is a benefit. But y'all, that pay, they try to make it better, be like, oh, you're just working 9 months and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, I don't care if I'm working 6 months. It's still not enough. I need more. So yeah, sometimes you can make more if there's like benefits or like summer camps or something going on. Yes, there is school, summer school as well too. But y'all, it ain't gonna be. So yeah, just keep that in mind. School nursing pay, it's a semi-soft nursing job. I don't say soft nursing job. It's a semi-soft nursing job. Can be very stressful, especially dealing with parents and then your bosses and stuff. It's a lot. But yeah. Okay, y'all, so my final portion is advice for aspiring school nurses. So for those who are trying to become a school nurse, here's a bit of advice. I would say this job is mainly for people that have students in school, that are married, or like just have a partner, somebody that you can split bills with because it'll be easier for you rather than paying all your bills with that one source of income. It's important to keep learning. It definitely opened my eyes to different types of learning because I learned how to do like hearing tests, eye exams. I learned more about how to take care of kids because I'm a labor and delivery nurse. So I just do like newborns or like adults. So I really didn't have much in between knowledge. So that was pretty cool. There's flexibility. As I said, like you're off on holidays, you're off on weekends. Some days you're off just because. So it's a good benefit there. And then also too, if you are very determined and love kids, I think this is a job for you because you need a lot of it. Okay. So just keep that in mind. That is a glimpse into my school nursing world. If you love it, like this video. You can always try it out too, guys, and then quit like I did. I'm not gonna lie, because I stayed for like a month and a half or something. There's always a demand for school nurses. So it's easy for them to replace, I don't want to say replace you, but if you do quit, to like get somebody in your place. So this is a video so you won't have any unexpected events. You know how to document. You know what to expect. You're not surprised like how I was because I was surprised when I got my first check. That was crazy. But anyways, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and follow, subscribe. And I guess I'll see y'all next time. Hopefully this helps with school nursing. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment box. I would love to answer y'all's questions about anything and everything, okay? All right, bye for now.